How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and I hope you've all had a great week. It's time for another review video, and we're going to be looking at the Cycplus As2 Pro Max. And in this video I'm going to go through its features. We'll do a demonstration as well, and I'll go into why I think these are really great to have, especially for all motorcycle riders out there looking for something that is small, convenient and quick to inflate your tires. So I hope you get the value that you want out of this video, and you'll give me a thumbs up and of course leave a comment. I'll certainly be interested to see if anyone has a system like this. Anyway, you leave the details down in the comments. So without further ado, let's get cracking with this video and let's get started with some of the features. First big feature is the size. Now, the previous system I used was a car tire inflation kit, and of course it was about, I don't know, probably about 10 times the size of this unit here. So one big plus is its size, dimensions, very easy to put away in somewhere if you've got your side bags. It doesn't take up a lot of space. For me, if I want to, I can put this in my pocket, close it up, and it doesn't even feel like you're even carrying it. The weight of the unit is 205 grams, so another plus as well is the weight. It's really super light, so you know, for its dimensions and weight, really easy to carry, real easy to store. Another feature is the battery size. 600 mAh battery, it gives you 11.1 volts, 1 hour charging time, and it's with a USB-C charger as well, so real super convenient. When this is low, it only takes an hour to charge and you've got it ready to rock and roll on your motorcycle. Now, some motorcycles have got USB chargers, so obviously you can also attach it to that. If you've got a tank bag, you can leave it inside, run the cable in, so just in case you're on the road and you've used it already, you've got the convenience of the USB charger. So really good idea for convenience. Another good feature of the pump is you can do the Schrader and the Presta valves on this. It's very simple, very straightforward. It comes with all the goodies that you're going to need, so there's no options. If you're going for the As2 Pro Max system, you're going to get everything in the box anyway. So real straightforward to set up, and of course you have got the benefit of the two valves. Another feature is its simplicity, its functionality, very straightforward. I'll give you a quick demonstration here. Power, hold that down. It'll display the bar, the pressure that you want to use. You can obviously use PSI or bar, and you can decrease it and increase it and set it accordingly. And then once you're ready to rock and roll, simple. Right, what you get in the box, obviously you've got your standard valve. You've also got a silicone case for the e-pump, USB-C charging cable, and of course you've got the other valve as well, should you want to convert it. So everything's ready to rock and roll, and of course you've got a waterproof pouch as well, so in case you need to store the actual pump itself, you can put it in the bag. And of course then, should you be in a rainy situation, you have got the option there to have some degree of waterproof capability on the system. Right, just a couple of extra details on this. So first of all, some of you are probably wondering, what is the maximum pressure that this little tiny pump can handle? Well, 120 psi is the maximum that it can handle. Interesting enough though, it'll take 75 seconds to get to 120 psi, which is around 8.3 bar. So extremely efficient, quick as well. So I suspect probably for the convenience of it, in case you did have a big tire like that and you needed to inflate it, it would take that length of time. So I think that's pretty good. Also, its endurance capability, you're looking at, if you have 4 tires that could get to 120 psi, you could do all 4 of them before the battery runs out, and then of course 1 hour to charge. So that's pretty good in my eyes. Just to compare sizes with the previous system that I had to carry around, that is the size of it. So you can just see what we're talking about here. We're talking about a system that is probably about a sixth of the size of what this system is that I had in my top case. Now, another thing to note is this requires a 12-volt socket, which is not something I have. I've got the motorcycle, the kind of small accessory socket, so I need to get a converter for this to use it. Now, the downside of that as well was, unfortunately, it doesn't manage the current of this, so it turns on for a few seconds and then shuts down. So technically useless. Whereas this, something I can store in my pocket, in my top case, without any hassle. I can get it out, I can charge it, because I do have a USB attachment for that, which will work, so I can always charge it, and I'll always have it on the go. So for convenience wise, this is 5 stars in comparison to the system I was carrying around. Right, it's time for the demonstration now. So I'll be going through both. I'm going to set the front and the rear tire for you, and of course I'll display it on the video. So here we go, let's have a look at the demonstration. Right, we got everything set up, we got it connected on there. We can see the pressure bar says 1.5, so I've selected 2.4. So we're ready to rock and roll. Now to change it, all you do is change the desired bar or PSI that you want to select. It'll then flash. It's locked it in, and all we do and there it is, switched off by itself, and we're good to go. I'm going to turn it off now, and there you go. Right, now we're going to check the rear. We can see it's reading 1.95. I'm going to select my bar rating again, 2.6 on the rear, wait for it to confirm, and then power it up. And then it'll do the same thing. Once it reaches, it'll then switch off. Good job, it's disconnected, so that's it, we're sorted. So front and rear is now checked and ready to go. Right, so we've discussed some of its features. I've given you my input in relation to why I think this is a really good idea. We've done a demonstration. I showed you exactly how the tire inflation system works, and it's now time to come to how much money you're going to have to part with for something like this. In short, $116 is what the system is going to cost you, and that comes with all the bits as well. You can check out their website, the details are there. On top of that there's free shipping on anything above $40, so if you're going to spend that amount of money, free shipping. Discount code Éire to get a bit of money off as well, which is benefit to all my viewers out there. So be sure to check it out. Right, it's time for the verdict, guys. So what do I think of this unit? Well, based on what I've seen, I think it's cracking. It's a cracking little unit. The size, it's easy to carry around with you. Put it in the top case, it takes little to no space. For me, that's important, because previously I had the bigger unit, and of course it does take a lot of space in the top case. So now with this little unit here, I can then put other things for when I do travel. I've got a little bit more space, and for me that's a winner. Whenever we're traveling around, we've always got to be concerned. We've got to maximize our space potential on our motorcycles, because we have limited space to carry. So for something like this, it's great. Lightweight, it's quick to use, simple to use. You know, there's not really I can detract from it. I can't say anything negative about it. It's really, really, really good. And I'm sure, hopefully based on this video, you guys agree with me on that. Price wise, for $116, some might say, oof, that's a bit expensive. Don't forget, you can use it on other things. It's not just about your motorbike. You can use it on your mountain bike or your bicycle. You can inflate balls, footballs or basketballs with it. So it has got multiple uses, and once you buy it, it's always going to be there. So let me know what you guys think, because I think this is a cracking little unit, and based on what I've seen here, well worth it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.